Welcome back. In this video, we are going to look at dialogues, and dialogues are going to be required for further projects that we're going to build, and we're going to use them every now and then. And that's why it makes sense to have a deeper look at them, because we're also going to require them for this project that we're currently working on. So let's get right into it. So what I have here is a project, and I'm not going to build everything here in this video. I'm just going to show you the different types of dialogues that there are and how you can build them in code. And yeah, let's just get started. So first of all, we have this little image button, and once I click on it, you see I get this text here at the bottom. So this text is not, as we have seen before, a toast, but this is a snack bar. So I can click multiple times on it, and as you can see, it's constantly replacing the old one. So it's getting rid of the old snack bar and then it's adding the new one, and also you can swipe it away. So here again, swipe it away. Okay, so this is a snack bar. How does a snack bar differ from a toast, you might wonder? All right, let's look at it. A toast was available right from the start. Snack bars were only added in the API level 23. The activity is not required to be shown in Android when you want to run a toast. So what can happen is you run a toast, the activity is closed, and the toast still persists. All right. In snack bars, that's not the case. So the snack bar will only be visible in the activity of the application. It can't be, or the host can't perform an action based on user input. In the snack bar, you can set something up. So if the user clicks on the snack bar, then you can run some additional code. The toast cannot be dismissed by swiping. Well, the snack bar can. And the toast cannot handle user input like a swipe, etc. Snack bar can. And the toast is good for showing info messages to user, and the snack bar is good for showing warning info type messages to user that need attention. So you can learn more about it here on this Stack Overflow post. You can just Google Android snack bar versus toast. You can find some more information about it here. All right, now let's get back to our code. We have some other dialog types that are interesting. Even though the snack bar is not really a dialog type, some sort of output that is visible to the user. All right, now let's look at how we can create such a snack bar. Well, we have this image button set on click snack bar. So here, very simple, one line of code to create a snack bar. Snackbar.make, and then you have to pass in the view. You have to write a little text that you want to display, then the length of the snack bar, and then .show. So very similar to what we have seen when it comes to toasts. All right, now let's look at the next one. We have alert dialogues here. So let's click on one, and you can see alert, then there's a little icon. This is alert dialog, which is used to show alerts on your app. And you can cancel, say no or yes. Okay, now how do we create such an alert? Well, first of all, let's click on the cancel. You can see click cancel, operation cancel. Once again, the alert dialog. Let's click on no. Okay, and then let's see what happens when we click yes. So you can see each of them has a different type of message that will be sent. So you can, of course, create different code that will be executed depending on which button was pressed by the user. So let's look at this alert dialog. How do we create it? Well, I have this button alert dialog with an on click listener, and then I call this function alert dialog function. This is a function that I created myself here. You can see private fun alert dialog. So what you need to do here is you first of all create a builder. So this builder class is there for convenient dialog construction. So it really helps us to create such a dialog. Then this builder is of type AlertDialog.builder, and you need to pass in the context, which is this, because we want to show this dialog in the main activity class or in the main activity itself. Then you set the title of the builder. So in our case, I called it alert. Then you have the builder message that you want to display. This is the alert dialog, which is used to show alerts in our app. Currently, we're using this IC dialog alert. So you probably have seen this as we used it in the app. Let's open it up again. So this is this icon here, and I'm setting an icon. And you can, of course, use other icons here as well. So for example, you can have input add, which will then be a different icon. It will be this plus sign here. Okay, so you can play around with this and then use the icon that you like. So you can see you can adjust that as you want. And then you can see that the builder class has the method for a positive button, where you need to create a text that you want to display on the button. And then in brackets there you have to, well, in our case, use an expression, which is a lambda expression. So we are saying, okay, dialog interface, and which are the parameters that are passed in. And then we just want to execute a toast, which just says clicked yes. And also the dialog interface is what we dismiss. So this is the parameter that we passed, and you can see which is not used, but you cannot get rid of it. It's expecting it. So what we are just saying is, okay, just dismiss the dialog, get rid of it. That's what we're doing with this dismiss button. So once we click on this positive button, the dialog interface dismiss will be executed, and this will also be executed. So the toast will be executed. So here you can pretty much add the code that you want to execute once somebody presses yes. And then we have a neutral button, which is the cancel button, how I called it. There again, you have the lambda expression in here. And I'm just saying, okay, dialog interface, and which are the parameters that are passed in. And then you have a toast in our case. So that's the code that will be executed. And this is also the code that will be executed, which I just say dismiss the whole dialog interface. And then finally, we have this negative button, which is the no button. So what should happen when somebody presses no? And there I have the same structure, but you can, of course, write your own code here. Then finally, we need to create this alert dialog, which is of type alert dialog. And we use the builder that we have set up here. So we called this thing builder. We could have called it otherwise, right? But we just called it builder, and then we just say create. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we are creating the variable, which is in this case an object of the builder. And then we set up everything for this builder. And once we're done setting up the whole builder, we create it as an alert dialog. And then we can use this alert dialog to set as cancelable false. So will not show, allow user to cancel after clicking on remaining screen area. So let's test what that means. Let's see. When I click here, surrounding this alert area, or this alert box here, alert dialog, it doesn't disappear. So that is what we have set up with set cancelable false. So let me set that to true and run the code again. All right, so there we are, alert dialog, and then I click somewhere else. You can see now we can just ignore the alert. So that's set cancelable, and I'm gonna set that to false again. And then finally, of course, you have to show the dialog. So we prepared the alert dialog, which is actually using our builder to create it, and then we show it here in this line. All right, so these are the alert dialogs and the snack bar. So let's look at the next one, which is going to be our custom dialog function in the next video. See you there.